You're given the option to drop what you have and return to December 31st, 2011 as yourself at that age, but with the extra 8 years of experience. Do you take it? Why or why not? In a fucking heartbeat. My entire life crashed because of one decision I made in 2012. I don't care about the money, I just want the chance to fix myself and be okay. What was that decision, if you don't mind me asking? I should have called a doctor instead of being scared, but I was 22 and shit was scary. Don't let your mental illnesses fester, kids. Literally turned 22 the other day and haven't been to the doctor for years despite certain issues. I think it might be time. Do it. I just turned 30 a couple weeks ago. I hadn't been to a doctor since 2004. Thankfully, all my tests came back good and I have no problems aside from needing to lose some weight. Made me feel good. Especially since diabetes is hereditary and I don't have it. Me too. Older, but me too. I turned 21 in 2011. You're saying I could redo my 20s, with a 29-year-old brain and experiences? Hell yes I would. I wasted a lot of energy, time, money, my youth being too stupid to move forward. Yeah, I'm 28 and fuck yes I would love another shot at my 20s. Just curious, why would you want to redo your 20s? I'm currently 22 and don't know what the F to do. You just answered your own question. You have to live your 20s to understand the answer. Currently living it, I think deep down I know I'm making mistakes but I don't know how to move forward in the most positive way, and so it's easier to stay in the position, in many aspects, that I am in right now. Here are some clues: put your energy in your education, or if you're working, into doing a good job, and try to work your way up for a couple of years. Don't waste time on friends that does not make you feel valued by them. People that are kind to you and care about you, give back to them. When it comes to love, you should not have to chase and do all the work yourself. The other person should equally put in effort to keep you in their life. And it does not matter how bad it hurts to break up, or if you think you will never love someone as much again, you will. Even if you don't believe it or can picture it. Time moves forward whether you do or not. If you avoid changing something, for whatever reason, I've had my reasons myself, you're choosing to stay the same. Are you okay if your life stays the same as it is now? Every passing moment is another chance to turn it all around. It's okay to make mistakes, as long as you learn from them. LMFAO. I've said this elsewhere, but a big revelation to me was the fact that no one actually knows what they're doing. Don't measure yourself by anyone else. Set goals for yourself and try your best to continually improve. You're gonna fuck up a lot and that's okay. Just relax and try to learn new hobbies and skills. If you have the chance to hang out with friends, take it. They might move away eventually. Call your parents. Get more sleep. You're going to be okay. Edit, for a drunk New Year's Eve comment right as I went to bed, not bad. For context, I'm in my late 20s, so not exactly a wise sage. To clarify, I wasn't trying to imply anything about people not knowing what they're doing in their careers and/or skills. What I mean is that everyone struggles navigating through various aspects of life, and the secret, for me at least, has been to just focus on doing the best I can and not using other people's success or failures as a barometer for my own life. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses. I think you just have to piece together what you've got and take a crack at it. I've said this a lot in response to this thought: there are actually a lot of people that know exactly what they're doing. If you get to the top of an industry, there are some wickedly skilled mofos out there. Now I completely agree with you that you shouldn't measure yourself at the beginning to the masters of a craft, but don't be afraid to aspire to be like them. That's natural. Look at what they do, and how they do it, and start to work towards that. You too can be amazing at something. Do it in your own time, and don't judge yourself too harshly, because the greats once stood exactly where you do. But I guarantee you that those people didn't shrug and say, whatever, no one knows what they're doing either. They aspired for greatness, and they achieved it. I think they mean that no one knows what they're doing in a more meta sense. Because even though you may be wickedly skilled and extremely successful, it doesn't mean they have everything figured out. Like, you can be a captain of industry and a horrible partner and end up getting divorced 3 times. I'd call that someone who has no idea what they're doing. No one thinks that a heart surgeon is just winging it. Clearly they've spent lots of time studying and practicing. But they could still be a trash-ass father. Start building a foundation for the rest of life. I'm 29 and I will be getting an associate's degree I should have gotten years ago. If you don't know what you want, hit community college, Talk to every girl/guy you have any interest in, take help, no one does it by themselves. Family and friends willing to help aren't trying to hold it over you, they want you to succeed. That's the biggest thing I've learned. Help doesn't make you weak or dumb, it means you have a support system, don't run away from it. Every successful person had help. Don't ever believe the BS self-made stories. Take help, never push it away. Hope you do well. Happy 2020. I just turned 30 a month ago and I realize now I don't like my career. I'm in trades and it's a particularly physical trade. My body is already wearing out and Therese, no way I can do it for 30 more years. Only problem is I have a wife and a 6-month-old baby, so I feel like I'm trapped in a job I hate to support my family. I wish that I spent the time and effort to find a job that I actually enjoyed and found rewarding mentally and financially, and had longevity. I'd like to go to school for something else, but I just don't think it's realistic at this point, and it is very depressing. My dad spent 10 years getting his associate's degree while working as a carpenter while supporting a stay-at-home wife and 4 kids. With that degree and hard work, he now makes mid-6 figures. He would go to class after work, study, do homework, and write papers after work, then my mom would type the papers for him while he was at work the next day. He would go to work before his kids woke up and come home from school after we were in bed. We only saw him on Saturday afternoons and Sundays. With online classes, it wouldn't take that long now. The time is going to pass whether you use it wisely or not. Your dad is a total legend. Respect. Wait until you're 32 and don't know what the F to do. Or know what you should have done, but now it's too late and you don't know what to do now. Everyone's just winging it, lol. I just turned 20. Any advice? Shit doesn't start to make sense till your 30s. TBH 20s is for making mistakes but still have enough time to pull up and recover. Most of the time. Oh yeah. My mom passed away in 2013. Dad died in 2018. I could get him to go get checked. Edit, thanks for the silver. For those of you asking, I don't carry any regret for it. I don't even know if him getting checked would have made a difference, but at least we could try. I feel you. My dad died when they found out his liver was pretty much stone, no bueno, and my mom died of an unknown heart issue a year later, and 2 nights prior to her dying I allowed a coworker to drive home even though I knew he was having a stroke, and he died down the road. I heard the damn sirens and prayed for the first time in years, and I still live with that guilt. Could save so many lives of people that died close to me, just with a phone call at the right time. Sigh, if anyone needs someone to talk to, let me know. The year just begun, but that doesn't mean we don't all have problems. If you want to vent, get something off your chest you can't tell family, get advice, or need a second opinion from a stranger, feel free to shoot me a message, or reply to this comment. You knew he was having a stroke? Medical training, the way he acted, could hardly speak, was grabbing his chest and couldn't move his other arm much, started slumping, but got angry every time I told him I was calling an ambulance and cleared up enough I had doubts. That's not your fault, man. You tried. He went AMA. You did what you could. I know those words don't help much, but I'm here to tell you that you did your best. The tricky thing is that a common symptom of strokes is being strongly in denial about it. I appreciate it regardless, thanks. My parents haven't passed, but I would say yes just because that's 8 more years with them. That's 8 years added to your life. You can do so much. I would go back, hug my dad. Force him to go to the doctor. Spend a lot of time with him. Same. My dad passed suddenly in September and I always thought, oh, I'll have time later to repair those issues. Having those 8 years back would be absolutely worth it. Yeah, I could save my friend from dying earlier this year from a car accident. Frown. Same. In a heartbeat. 11th grade? Fucking absolutely, with the confidence and personal peace I have now? Oh my lord. I found my old phones from high school a few months ago while visiting my mother, and it was pretty bittersweet looking through the old texts and photos. I was such an angry kid, I thought everyone hated me, and I missed every signal any girl would put out. Hindsight would have been such a great fucking cushion to hold on to. Breathe, drink a little water, rice instead of fries, and look them in the eyes, and I would have completely skirted past the mental health issues. Great question, by the way, Op. It's something I think about often. It's been 3 hours into 2020 and of the great things I'll hopefully hear, rice instead of fries and look them in the eyes is already looking tough to beat. Bravo. Edit, I get a t-shirt worthy phrase and some silver? Everything's coming together. Thank you, friend. I'm the Bitcoin investment comment. Many years back they increased the number of earned income tax credits from 2 to 3, so we got a nice tax return of over $7,000. At the time, I had recently read in the news that Bitcoin was increasing in value. It was over $3 at the time, which was quite an increase. I joked to my wife that we should take the whole return and bet Bitcoin with it. I wasn't serious, I expected it to go back to being worth a few cents before long. If I hadn't sold them at their peak value, I'd be worth almost 50 million. I'm not allowed to tell my wife this anymore. I asked my father for $1,500 when Bitcoin was around 17 cents. I had an investment plan and everything. He considered it, and at long last declined because he just couldn't understand how it would increase in value with no tangible use case, nor government guaranteeing value. He apologized in 2017. But to be fair, we never anticipated it being used as a less trackable method of purchasing drugs and illegal pornography. I mean, his analysis was sound. I came here to do that. Not just Bitcoin, but you have AMD in November 2012 when it was at a 1.95, currently at $45, Netflix, which is going to be trading around $20 but be worth $384 a share within 8 years, and Domino's, which will go from $25 to $300. 2011 me had money on hand to drop 2K 3K per stock and collect those nice returns. Heck, even basic stocks like Costco are going to see 5x returns in those 10 years. That's on top of the Bitcoin and remembering lotto numbers. And after that I'll cash half of everything in 2015 and put it down on Leicester City to win the 2015-16 Premier League before it starts. Bet on the Las Vegas Golden Knights winning the Stanley Cup in 2018, and then cashing out for half when it was offered. Woulda made 75x on the bet. X75 is cute. Leicester's odds were worse than the Browns winning the Super Bowl. It was 5,000 to 1. Leicester City's odds were 5,000 to 1. A man made a bet of 50 pence on Leicester winning the league and then withdrawed that bet. He would have won £2,500, called the worst mistake in betting history. That was 6 months before I got seriously injured for the 5th time. I think I'd take it. What was the injury, if I may ask? Asked for help from someone to lift and tilt a 150 pounds bowl of dough onto a table when working a pizza place. Just about had it onto the table when the other guy lets go and it drags me down, full force into the ground. Pulled a muscle in my upper back and herniated a disc. Took about 7 years to start to feel any better from that. Was able to work starting about 3-4 years after the original injury, albeit with serious pain flare-ups. Had bilateral tingling/stinging sensation down both of my arms, and a feeling that could only be described as a flathead screwdriver being driven between my shoulder blades. I am so glad I'm doing better from that now. Though now I have a different herniated disc and have been diagnosed with stenosis, the compounding of which severely limits my mobility. So nothing is perfect, but I've already been through 1 round of chronic pain. What's round 2? At least this feels a little more passively forgiving. The screwdriver pain was enough to induce suicidal idealization. If I could get those 10 years back, I'd treat my body a lot better. Edit, thanks for the karma and awards, guys. Didn't expect my first to be recounting my old injury. I hope you all have a blessed and happy new year. I'm so sorry you have had to go through this and still are. How did the other guy react? Why the hell did he let it go early? The other guy asked if I was okay, which I obviously wasn't. Any reasonable person would have called an ambulance, but since the guy I had asked for help was the general manager working for a crook, research John Sankey, Madison Bay Rutherford. For more on that, he knew better than to implicate my injury with a medical paper trail. As for why he did this, some things we will never have the answer to. I assume it was an accident. As I said, the employer was a crook who never gave me a cent of compensation. I don't like to think how badly I was wronged. I was young and naive. I'm just happy to be alive and away from that whole situation. I'm really lucky, as someone of less fortunate means in life would have been utterly and completely financially destroyed by what I have gone through. Damn, I'm really sorry. I admire your strength and silver lining mentality. You sound like an awesome dude. I wish you nothing but the best. Sue that cunt. 8 years later? Isn't the statute of limitations like 20 years or so? Have you thought of suing? I mentioned a name elsewhere, John Sankey, Madison Bay Rutherford. Both aliases of the employer. You'll find Forensic Files episodes on him and it will become clear why I won't ever be getting money out of him. Edit here is a link to the episode on YouTube https://www.youtube.com/watch V equals Q TSKLHVRWMM. Ah well shit. Sorry to hear that, man. I work at a pizza place and we also have to carry a bowl as heavy as yours. You sir just scared the shit out of me. My feet went cold when I read that. Please be careful. No job is worth that injury. My best advice would be if you can pick it up by yourself, don't trust anyone else. Ironically, I could have picked it up myself, but I asked for help because I was trying to avoid injury. The road to hell. No. I would have 8 years of memories with my husband that he wouldn't have. Plus I'd have to live through him losing his dad again, and that was brutal. But if we could both go back, then yes, absolutely. Yeah, same. I'd do it in a heartbeat if my wife could come too. No way would I do it without her. Imagine finding someone as devoted to their partner as much as you motherfuckers are. It's fascinating looking at this thread and seeing that pretty much all of the no's are from people that are married/have kids and all of the yeses are from people with neither. I'm a yes and I am married with kids. But my husband and kids were around 10 years ago, so I feel safe knowing that they'd still exist, and my knowledge means I can help them with things that come up through their lives more effectively. That's fair. Meanwhile, my husband was a very platonic friend in 2011 whom my best friend had a crush on. You couldn't pay me to navigate all of that again. Wow lol. Sounds like a 90s rom-com. It gets better. At that time he was dating a girl who I had set him up with. I had no interest in him at the time, thank goodness, that would have been a whole other level of complicated lol. Fortunately for me he's now my husband, she's still my best friend, and she's now married to my husband's best friend. Damn. Maybe I am in a rom-com. Yes, because I would be able to have a fresh start. Yes. With everything I know now, I could easily go back and be a millionaire. Man, I could too, but what if I don't end up with my same 3 kids like that one movie? I think it's safe to say you wouldn't. If you changed anything, and those kids aren't conceived at the same time by the same sperm, it's going to be a different kid. Yeah, no deal, I'd take poor with these assholes over rich with different ones any day. Pretty much the same conclusion I came to as well. Me, I could be a millionaire. Other me, yeah, but that awesome little crotch goblin wouldn't be snoring in that pink racecar bed right now if you did this. Me, got me there. Hard pass on the deal, intergalactic time wizard. Yes. With everything I know now, I could easily go back and spoil hundreds of movies for people. Bet all on Leicester City. Came here to say that. 5,000 to 1 odds sound nice. I could bet shit tons of money I don't have on the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. Yes, because 1. Bitcoin. 2. Stop myself from making certain stupid financial decisions that cost thousands and gave my phone number to scam agencies from whom I still get calls on occasion, in 2012. 3. Take my 20s more seriously in general. 4. Bet on the Cubs winning in 2016, even though I don't really need the money from that because Bitcoin. Yes. My Nana was run over and killed last month when she was walking home from the store in a hit and run. I would do anything to turn back time to see her again or try to prevent what happened. I'm sorry about your Nana. I would tell my dad to get regular scans so that they catch his cancer before it's too late. I miss you, Dad. I would tell my dad he wasn't on a safe slope in his tractor, so that it didn't roll and kill him. I miss you, Dad. So many dead dads in these comments. I'm so sorry you have lost your dads. It's hard for me to think about losing my parents. I hope you all feel better and have a good 2020. That thing you're putting off with them? Do it. Trust me, my dad's heart stopped literally the day before we were going to have a long, important talk. Absolutely. I'd never give the poor excuse of a boyfriend I had a chance that year. I'd save more money, use it wisely, and I'd be a hell of a lot more confident, mostly because I'd keep the extra 8 years experience. I would have dumped my manipulative high school boyfriend the second I moved to college. If I had the confidence, knowledge I do now, I would have swatted him away with no hesitation, and it would have improved my freshman and sophomore years immensely. Both academically and socially. Just in case anyone needs to hear this. You can't go back and redo the last 8 years, but you can make better choices in the next 8 years. Be responsible with your heart, your money, and your time now, so in 8 years you don't look back with the same regrets. If you liked the video, hit that subscribe button for more content. I post every day, and I'll see you next time with more stories.